All right, she purrs like a Prius. All right, everyone, we're back here again for another video. So I gotta go back. I gotta take the car here back to DSG. If you didn't catch the last video I did, at the end of this one, do me a favor and go back and watch that one. We got long tube headers installed finally on my 2022 GT, but we had a small issue with the installation and some brands of headers. You don't know about these types of things that could potentially happen until after you purchase them and put them on the car. And once you pay for them and you throw them on the car, you won't know until you're up under the car and you see. So let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so as I said, the last video I did, I took this to DSG. We put long tubes on it. I got the Speed Engineering long tubes on the car. So one thing to keep in mind with certain brands of headers is sometimes you can run into some issues to where there's a little bit of rubbing, or it can touch certain components that it's not supposed to. So there's a little bit of rubbing. I believe it was on the driver's side. The header was rubbing on the motor mount bolt just ever so slightly. But what's bad about that, the vibration can cause false knock, and all that kind of stuff, which obviously you don't want to have. So I'm taking it back there to have them hopefully pull that bolt out, trim it down so it doesn't touch. So that's issue number one. Second issue is we had to put obviously O2 centers in there with the long tubes, and one of the O2 centers or defowlers, whatever you choose to call them, it's either not in there properly, the wiring, something's fouled up, it's causing the check engine light to turn on. So possibly the O2 extender is bad. So he has extras at the shop, so since he's going to be up there trimming the bolts, he's gonna fix the O2 extender, throw like another one in there so I don't throw a check engine light. But before we go any further, if you could just do me a quick favor, do me two things. Number one, drop a like on the video if you're happy that I finally got long tubes on the car and I had an issue, but I'm still taking it back to get that issue taken care of. And then two, hit subscribe if you haven't already if you want to see more Mustang content like we have in store for you today. Another thing is, with all of this, mainly because of the bolt that's hitting on the header, I haven't had the chance to open it up yet and see how this thing really feels compared to how it did before headers. I didn't want to get too much on it to create potentially more vibration, causing false knock, pulling timing, all that shit. So if we can get this taken care of, then we will take this thing out and hopefully see what this thing feels like compared to before it had the headers. That was awesome. Wasn't expecting that, especially coming from an old guy in a Z06. On my way to DSG, and I was cruising up next to him, and I think it's loud. We have arrived. All right, back here at DSG. Obviously, a lot of you know you can tune now your S650s. This one here has a twin kit on it. So this is here on the dyno to, fine tune it. I think on the S650s with the twin kits, they can run wastegate boost, which is like probably 6 to 8 pounds. So now that we can tune these, we got this S650 getting tuned here on the dyno. Is this one yours over here? Is that one yours? Okay. And what's getting done with yours?
It is the Dark Horse radiator upgrade and a the performance pack oil cooler.
Stock tune still?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, stock.
So, but obviously now you can tune them.
Oh yeah.
So So Jason, the guys are working on this S650 here, and then once a lift opens up, they'll throw my car back up on the lift and get going. It's got an ET Street R drag radial. Is it a 10-speed? Oh yeah. Thing's gonna rip. I don't know what it's putting down, but now that you can get a tune on these things, it's gonna be ridiculous. All right, Justin, we're just looking at your On3 twin kit right here. This car's here to get the mid-mount kits. I think it's gonna rip, man. It's gonna be nice. So he's got the full fuel system, everything still. He's getting that installed also.
Yeah, he's supposed to bring that to me tomorrow.
Nice. So he's under there trying to trim that bolt down a little bit, so hopefully that'll fix that issue. Alright, so it looks like they got the issue with the O2, with the check engine light. They got that taken care of. So the O2 sensors, the extenders, they were all loose. So sometimes when you put those back in, when the engine gets hot and the headers get hot and all that kind of stuff, heat expansion, they can kind of back out a little bit. So that caused the check engine light and result, pulse timing, all that kind of stuff. So they got all those torque down, tightened back up. So that part is taken care of. So right now they're still trying to trim away at that bolt that's hitting on the header. He's been working on it for a little while, so hopefully he should be done with that here pretty soon, and then that's it. Should be good to go after that. Now, as I said before, I haven't done any watt pulls since I did the headers, mainly because the weather, and then also because of that causing a lot of extra vibration with that bolt. I don't want to make that worse rubbing it up against the header. So now that that is getting taken care of, then because I also know that was pulling timing. It was having the check engine light obviously will pull timing. So hopefully we can make some hits on this now that that is being taken care of. So what are you trying to check out?
Hey, bring me the power probe. Where is it? SAJ.
So they got everything done. Got enough space between the bolt and the header, tightened up the O2, so now they're just checking something. So apparently it blew a fuse. So we gotta track that down and get that taken care of, and then we're all set.
Trevor, that's what you're.
Hi, buddy.
Take.
I'm out of here.
Hi, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
Guys, take care.
You too.
All right. So once again, like always, shout out to Jason and Megan and all the guys here at DSG. I had just a simple issue to fix, which, like I said, for anybody that purchases these headers or some other brand headers can sometimes have fitment issues, so keep that in mind with certain brands of headers. You might have some rubbing or other issues with that, so keep that in mind. And if you do, get it taken care of relatively quickly so it doesn't turn into potentially a bigger issue. And with the O2s, like I said, we got all that taken care of and buttoned up, so we should be good to go there. Okay, so I had to stop before I left here at DSG because the check engine light came back on again. Plugged in my device, I read the code. So I apparently just have a bad O2 sensor. So I'm going to pick one up in the next couple days, and then they'll just throw on the O2 sensor. Previously, all of them were loose, so they buttoned that up. We thought that was the original problem with the O2s. Now that all of them are tightened and in place, we threw the same code for that, but we think it's just because it's a bad O2, which, you know, shit like that happens. So I'm gonna pick up another O2 sensor and bring this back here in a couple days, throw that on, and hopefully that should resolve that issue. Okay, so after talking with my tuner and more with Jason over there at DSG, we both think it's probably the O2 extension instead of the O2 sensor itself, because this whole check engine light issue we haven't had until we threw the headers on, and when you throw the O2 extensions on, if it's a bad one, it'll throw a code. So we thought it was just because the O2 sensors were all loose, not tightened down all the way, so we tightened them up. We thought that fixed it, but obviously it didn't. We think it's still the O2 extension because it's the O2 bank. So it's essentially the exact same one that threw the code originally last week. So I'm back home. We can't fix it now, obviously, but Jason over there at DSG is awesome, and he's going to help me take care of it. He has an extra O2 extender he's going to throw on my car. He's probably going to swing over here tomorrow and help me throw it on, and hopefully that'll clear it up. It's just a check engine light, but it can pull timing, which draws power. So I mean, that's, you know, the only issue, and it's just, for me, it's annoying to just look at a check engine light. But either way, it's an easy fix. It'll get taken care of. Hopefully it's just the O2 extension and not an O2 sensor itself, because those things are not cheap. So on that note, I'm going to conclude and wrap this one up. If you're not subscribed, please do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a like on this video also if you haven't, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Bye.